Hey YouTubers. Well, I'm going down to the boat today. First mate has some things she has to do in the office, so she's hanging back at the office, going to do some work. And I'm going down to meet Brett the cabinet maker so that he can do probably, the work is 70% done. He's going to do it to about 95% done to where we just have trim. So I'm going to go meet him down there. We're going to go over what all needs to be finished. He's going to put in the rest of the cabinet around the refrigeration unit underneath the sink. And he's going to finish putting in the two big drawers that we're using for storage in the pantry. And I'm going to talk to him about a couple other things that we're thinking about for building out too. Some ideas we got. Alright folks, well I had some ideas I'm gonna run by the channel here that I'm working on. Idea number one is that I saw the need for some additional computing power on the boat. One is that I'd like to have like a local area network set up. It'd be really easy to do. This is part of what I do for the company I own. And it's going to be like a local area network where it has a small server and some storage attached to it so that you can wirelessly hook up on the boat or plug in, and you can have plenty of storage space. And my reason for it is going to be for storing video files so that I don't have to keep them on my laptop, keep them taking up room on the laptop. I can have them on an external server. I can process them and then just save the files on the server, not having cluttering my laptop. What I've come up with is the Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pi. There's several of the microcomputers like that I looked at. The Raspberry has been around, I think, the longest and probably the most stable, although I haven't tried the others, just read a bit about them. The one that I bought was the Raspberry Pi 2, quad-core Atom processor, gig of onboard RAM, micro SD slot for storage expansion, 4 USB ports, HDMI port, and with it, I bought a case, a Bluetooth USB adapter, and a power supply. Now the Raspberry itself was like 38 bucks. Just dirt cheap for a little computer. When I add in the memory card, the case, power supply, and the USB Wi-Fi card, you're probably looking at about $55, $60. And you got a complete computer, less mine and keyboard. So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at that first of all as a mass storage device. And if I made that up with a 5 terabyte USB drive that you can get on Amazon for about 130, 140 bucks, you have a large file server, decent sized file server. So that's the idea with that. I've been playing with the Pi. I've installed one of the flavors of Ubuntu on it, and it works pretty well. I mean, I can watch YouTube videos up to about 720p before it starts stuttering. So I'm really pleased with that so far. Now the second thing I want to do with the Raspberry Pi is I want to install OpenCPN on all the maps, and I have a spare USB puck which I'm going to plug into it to test with it. And if I can get this, the Raspberry to work with the navigation software and the Wi-Fi puck, which no reason to think it won't, that will be a spare navigation computer, which I'm planning on hooking in through an HDMI switch so that I can switch between a monitor at the nav station and the monitor, or the TV in the aft cabin. So that, when you got somebody on watch and somebody's sleeping, you've got another set of eyes potentially on what's going on the boat insofar as how close you're getting to land, your speed, all that good stuff. When you got two people aboard and you're short-handed like that, it's always good to have as many eyes on as much as you can to make sure everything's going the way you want it to go. Also, if it works well with the navigation software, the OpenCPN and the USB puck, I'm probably going to buy a small lot of them to configure while we're out in the Pacific. I mean, imagine, if you will, somebody pulls into an anchorage and says, man, I got hit by lightning. My navigation unit, whatever they're using, Raymarine, computer, whatever, got burned out. I mean, it got roasted in the lightning strike. Or it just went out on me. A hard drive went out on my laptop. Imagine the value of being able to say, you know, if you've got a monitor, here's a turnkey system, go plug it in. There's a couple of 12 volt to 5 volt adapters with it. It sips power, and it has all the charts already installed on it, so you are no longer dead in the water, and you know where you are. So there are my ideas for it. I have a couple of spare laptops which we're going to take with us when we do head out, and we were going to buy a couple more just to keep sealed up in the event that somebody needed them. We could use them for barter and trade. But these Raspberry Pis
in a half mile,
be a nice complement.
California 22 West.
These Raspberry Pis will be a nice complement to take out there because they're just tiny. I mean, they can mount up in a corner, up underneath something. You guys, I'm sure most of you know what they are. Go look them up. Inexpensive, tiny, and they work great. So there you have two of my ideas, and we'll be entertaining more. Let me know what you think of that.